So I have a film about a prince who is the ruler of a fictional African country. And this came out before Black Panther?
For me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome to another episode of For Me, It Was Tuesday. I am your host, GQ. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button.
Good morning, my neighbors!
Like the video, leave some comments on this video and the other ones that I've done. Share the video, spread some of that Culture Junkies love around the world. Make sure you check out culturejunkies.net. Also, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're also on Twitch and Discord, so we are pretty much everywhere. So make sure you're in the comments, joining in the conversation. Let me know what you think about the review and, of course, the movie. So today we are going to be talking about the 1988 film Coming to America. Finally, this film has made it to 4K. Originally directed by John Landis, starring James Earl Jones, Madge Sinclair, Sherry Hadley, John Amos, Eric LaSalle, Samuel L. Jackson, Sheila Johnson, you know what, I'm just kind of don't really need to do anything else. Sheila Johnson is really pretty much enough for me. Yeah. All right, getting back on track. And then, of course, starring Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, and Eddie Murphy, and Arsenio Hall. So, Coming to America, obviously a comedy film. Really interesting story. The cool thing about it is it was done at a time when a majority black cast was not something that you would normally see out of a major studio. Of course, later on, I believe Harlem Nights came along and furthered that feel and that accomplishment. But yeah, Coming to America was a really interesting story. Obviously, it stars Eddie Murphy as Prince Akeem, who is basically decreed to be selected a bride. And he's not really feeling that. He wants to fall in love with a woman and actually have her appreciate who he is and not just really just, you know, marrying him because he's the prince and because that's tradition. And he decides, along with his friend, Arsenio Hall, who plays the character Semmi, to go to America and find a bride. Now, he secretly is trying to find a bride. He told his father that he's going to go to America because he wants to see the world. And his father, who's played marvelously by James Earl Jones, thinks that he's going out into the world to sow his royal oats. He gets to America. Obviously, it's a major culture shock because he is a pampered African prince, and his best friend, being his best friend, even though he's not royalty, is just as pampered. It's really interesting with this movie. A lot of people know that they may or may not know that there's controversy surrounding the film. There was a comedian who I believe optioned the script with Paramount back in 1982 that was a very similar story. And of course, a few years later, John Landis and Eddie Murphy approached Paramount with the Coming to America concept, and Paramount greenlights it with Eddie Murphy. So some controversy, who knows, they settled out of court. And that, you know, that is what it is. John Amos plays Cleo McDowell, who is the owner of a McDowell's, not McDonald's, McDowell's restaurant. They actually retrofitted a Wendy's in New York to act as the McDowell's restaurant. And I think some years ago, just on one of the film's anniversaries, they retrofitted that same Wendy's. I believe it's still there, as McDowell's again, just for one day, just on the anniversary of the film some years back. Many people remember John Amos as the father from Good Times. Great actor, really interesting character. His daughter is, of course, played by Sherry Hadley. She was an unknown actress at the time. They picked her because they liked her chemistry with Eddie Murphy, and also that it kind of softened up and humanized Eddie Murphy's character, because originally she was supposed to be played by Vanessa Williams, and that would have been crazy. Speaking of very attractive women, there is a character in the film who is known as the Lady in Waiting, and she does not have any dialogue in the film, and she's played by a model named Sheila Johnson. And I'm just going to go on record. Sheila Johnson was my favorite character in this film for the reason that 11-year-old me, when I first saw her, realized that's exactly my type. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I look for. She was gorgeous, and it's crazy because she hasn't done a lot of other acting, and she hasn't been in a lot of other productions, and it's really weird that I have no idea what she looks like now. But back then, like, that 11-year-old me was in love. Like, Sheila Johnson was amazingly beautiful. And yeah, we'll go ahead and move on. Of course, one of the classic parts of the movie is Rick Baker, the masterful makeup artist, developed a couple of different characters for Eddie and Arsenio to play. The first of which being the Jewish barbershop patron, who Eddie Murphy played brilliantly. And that kind of led into them adding additional characters into the script because Eddie played, you know, obviously that character so well. And of course, Arsenio, talented actor that he was, played the character really well. All in all, Coming to America on 4K, the transfer is pretty decent. The matte paintings that they use to extend the palace, they hold up pretty well. You're going to, you know, as expected, 4K is going to show some of those edge lines a little bit much. They also have, unfortunately, there's no commentary track. I wish there was, but there isn't. They have 4 behind-the-scenes featurettes, of course, talking about the production of the film, the costuming of the film, the music in the film, and they also have a vintage interview with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall from the set, and a little photo gallery and a theatrical trailer. So Coming to America for 4K Blu-ray. I've got the 4K disc here on Steelbook. It's a great film. Every now and again I revisit it. It's one of those films that I'm very surprised that I did not have on Blu-ray already. So I decided to pick it up. But I'm gonna leave you guys with these final words. For some of you out there, when you heard that Eddie Murphy was going to follow up Trading Places with a film called Coming to America, in which he plays an African prince that it was the soon-to-be ruler of a fictional African nation, you thought, okay, that'd be kind of interesting. It might be kind of fun. And then if you were me, you ran into Sheila Johnson early in the film and couldn't stop thinking about Sheila Johnson for the entire film. Because a lot of people talk about Garcia Bouvel, who is the third bather and Rose Bearer. I never really looked at her as much as I looked at Sheila Johnson, so yeah. Okay, that's a little bit off track, but you'll just have to deal with it because, hey, for me,
It was Tuesday.
I'll see you guys next time. Hey, this is GQ giving a shout out to our Culture Junkies level patrons, DeMarcus Smith, Fab Nerd Life, and the NetNet. Appreciate all you guys' support. If you would like to get a shout out from yours truly, make sure you stick around to the end of the video and find out how that gets done. And if you don't want to donate at the shout out tier, there's some other tiers available for as little as $1 a month. You can support a Culture Junkie. We appreciate all the likes, the loves, the shares, and the comments. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you thought of Coming to America and this film. And if you just happen to know Sheila Johnson, you know, leave a comment. Or if you are Sheila Johnson, definitely leave a comment and we can talk. See you guys next time. If you're enjoying our content, please consider going to our Patreon and becoming a supporter. There are different tiers to select from, and we thank you for your support.
Culture Junkies!